You see that?
What is that?
That is the ROG Swift PG27
Oh.
VQ gaming monitor.
Great.
27-inch. 165 hertz refresh rate.
Oh my goodness.
2560 times 1440
Oh, well, that
resolution.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Jeez.
What's a hertz?
You know
That's
what?
the thing. That does the refresh rate.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
right. I was just wondering.
You want a Hertz donut?
What? My head hurts.
Hertz donut.
Oh, shit. My bad, we got it. Hey, we're here for Dota. Welcome back. ROG Dream League Season 8. And we are going to have another series of Dota 2 very, very shortly. It is going to be Empire versus Na'Vi. And as we just heard from G, this series should be very close because Na'Vi, even though they haven't played that recently, they did really well earlier on in this season. It will be interesting to see them play on this new patch. And Empire has been doing really well. They even qualified for Captain's Draft against Vega. So they G actually thought Empire was the better team.
Yeah, do you want to see why Empire's the better team here?
What is it?
Imagine the air right here is Chappie. Bam! Kicked. Scandal
Oh
now
my
on their
god!
team.
No! Woo!
But to be fair, Chappie is a very good player, but Scandal, I mean, going back, people used to call him like one of the best like middles in the world.
Yep.
He's going to be playing carry, but one of the best middles like TI3, TI4 era. Very, very good player. Now that Chappie's gone, I mean, stinks he didn't even get to play at TI when they got to go. And then he came back, and unfortunately, his team decided he was the weakest link, and that's what we have.
Grant, you're behind.
What the hell?
Sorry, dude.
Oh no. Our screen is gone. Oh no.
Yeah, we have
Toss me out some bands.
All right, we got a Night Stalker ban. We have a Clockwork ban.
Okay.
We got an Undying ban. We got a Silencer ban. A Brewmaster ban.
Oh, stop.
A Beastmaster ban.
Please, Lord.
Please, Lord, no. Okay, we have no access.
Oh, we got
anything.
Yeah,
Okay, Clockwork Night Stalker.
It's up to you, Grant.
Clockwork Night Stalker.
Grant, it's all you now. This is it.
No.
Grant, go, please. We don't have a screen now.
Beastmaster, Brewmaster. Okay.
Yeah, Beastmaster, Brewmaster.
Silencer.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that monitor.
Silencer's a hype hero. Don't be
How's he
talking no
hype?
ass about Silencer.
Isn't he anti-hype?
He is actually, no. He is super hype.
Okay, Silencer, and who's the last one? Undying.
Undying is a pretty good hero too. His new talents are crazy. The reincarnation, the tombstone, it's bananas. She.
All right, Undying doesn't exist.
Yeah, it does. Well, actually, at some point we had a bit of a collapse of a tower made of
All right,
heroes, and maybe he broke.
Maybe. We're going Bane and Doom.
All right. Great work, Grant.
Thank you. Bane. And Navi's on the Radiant side, right?
Yeah.
Right side's Radiant? All right.
Yes. Na'Vi is indeed
Yeah,
Radiant.
you're doing great.
All right. Bane, safe lane support. That's great. Doom. That is an off-lane specialty now. At least you would think so. Some people play 4 position. It's terrible. Doom in that. And then you have Enchantress Vengeful. That is a CIS pick if I've ever seen it.
Hey, Grant, I think I see Undying on the top shelf. He's all the way on the top.
Yeah, wait up. I'm on Enchantress.
Okay. Hey, that's Doom.
There's a Medusa and a Drobat.
Just reach up all the way.
Please. I'm so far behind. Enchantress? I don't know how Na'Vi plays this. I assume in their own jungle.
I've
here.
heard a lot of legends
Correct.
about this CIS Enchantress being completely
Vengeful
OP.
Spirit. That's a V.
Roger's Enchantress is actually really scary.
Yeah, as I
Gosh.
remember.
Yes.
Vengeful, we're just going to assume it's carry, but I don't know if it's going to be in the safe lane or they're going to run some sort of aggro lane.
Okay,
Wait, where'd you see the Undying at?
He's on the top shelf. Reach as high up as you can.
Up here?
Oh, get that camera off of there. You don't want to.
Up here? Is this him?
Huh?
That's a Bat Rider.
No. Reach higher. Grant.
He was making a joke.
All the
dude.
way. No.
He messes with you.
No.
You're good. Just
Okay, who
leave
else
him
got
be.
banned?
We have an
Drow?
Earth Spirit pick. To
Drow
be honest,
Medusa.
these two teams know each other very well, so that's probably the reason why the draft is going so fast and Grant's really struggling to keep up.
I can't. Where's Medusa? What's that? Marana?
It's a Marana. Oh, are you still there? Marana and PA are also
Am I
banned.
still there? Oh, I'm sorry, Cheever. Pardon me.
You got this. I believe. You're good.
Okay, PA. And then
There's an Earth Spirit pick.
All right. See, now we're caught back up.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Someone.
Earth Spirit.
What are you doing? I see you. It's right there.
Oh, no.
All right, so that means it's going to be an Enchantress in the off lane then, and an Earth Spirit roaming, right? Would you say? If they have an Enchantress and an Earth Spirit and Avenge?
I think Suneko play that's what Na'Vi have been doing. They've been running 2 4-position heroes.
Okay.
So it's still going to be. I would say it's still an Enchantress as support or 4-position, and then Earth Spirit as well. I would say Earth Spirit by Suneko then, and Roger Enchantress.
And then okay. Guess we'll see. Razor.
Razor? Who the hell plays Razor anymore?
A lot of teams now.
The Whipper?
I guess.
The Lightning Whipper?
Nah, he's one of those guys, right? He dominates mid game. I mean, we saw SG. SG eliminated Immortals with it in the last minor. I mean, they dumpstered him with it.
Razor's such a weird hero, you know? He always shows up in weird places on every patch. He's never too good.
He can go middle or in the safe lane. I'll put him in safe lane because he's with Bane. Get that free drain, I guess.
Yep.
For now.
I like that camera angle looking up at you like a godly force over the battlefield. That one's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, Razor.
Razor.
Also, going back to Doom, this Doom, I mean, we've seen it lost 4 position, but in the offlane role now, it does not lose to any melees. It barely loses to like ranged heroes now. Infernal Blade at level 1 is such a ridiculous skill. And the only nerf he got was like the heal, I think, on Scorched Earth, which...
Scorched Earth was ridiculous, though, with the heal that it had. You could just dive towers at like level 1. It was disgusting.
And now that he doesn't have as much, people are like, oh, Infernal Blade's just as good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Strong hero. I don't see that hero win too much. He looks strong.
I haven't seen Warlock in like years.
Hey! Warlock. I love Warlock. I think he's great. Shadow Word does a lot of damage in the early game against enemies. It's great heals, too.
So that means it has to be a support Warlock, which means Enchantress has to be in the offlane.
Yeah, you're right.
Enchantress is never going to die this game, by the way.
Or are they going to try Warlock's mid? Is there some kind of change that I don't know about that makes Warlock...
I mean, he's just good in the
mid. I don't think so. I mean, he doesn't lose middle, but then what does he do when he gets farmed?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, I think Dendy used to play it, actually, which makes me want to put him mid, but if they pick it mid, they lose. I'll say it right now.
Wow.
They put Warlock middle, they lost.
Come on, Grant.
A little bit of face.
But they already have a... That means it is going to be Doom going over here into the jungle. Bat Rider off lane.
So do you think Razor's mid then?
I still think he's in the safe lane, but we'll find out here shortly. Oh, no, not more bans.
You got this, I believe.
All right.
I don't.
Just 2 more bans.
What would be some good bans here? I can't believe we're not seeing Viper. Viper is like one of the most picked heroes during the minor, and now neither team are banned or picking it. It could be picked here.
Yeah, previous series it was banned first.
Was it?
Phase or both games, I think.
I'm too focused on putting the little tiles, so I don't know what's happening.
That's how we keep you pure. We don't want you to overthink the bans and picks, okay? We just want your gut reactions. That's what the war room's about. Real men go to war with their gut, not their head.
Man, doesn't Team Empire sound just so much cooler than Na'Vi?
No.
The team name? How does Na'Vi sound cool? And why is there an apostrophe?
The reason that Na'Vi sounds cool is because the history that is behind the Na'Vi cheer. You can think Na'Vi, but what's this Empire? It doesn't work as well.
Yeah, but the Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, if you say like dark, you know, like Empire. Empire.
That still doesn't work.
Phantom Lancer. See.
You can't cheer it.
Deuces.
Empire.
Jesus.
That's cool.
That's sick.
I don't know. Why does Na'Vi have an apostrophe?
Because it's not as Vincere, and they just... I don't know why they would just not...
Gracious.
Now, are you talking in tongues?
No, but it's like...
No, but
I agree, though, because it should just be two words.
Are you Warlock?
Actually, no, I know why it is. No, I'm not Warlock.
What? You can't just say you know why.
Oh, because if you leave something out of a word, it is common in Latin to put a apostrophe, whatever it's called.
Oh.
You get rid of, there should be another
oh, yeah, when I was taking my Latin class, I remember that.
Ah, yes. What class did you take? What foreign language did you take?
I did German.
Ah, sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Ja.
Deutsch ist meine Spezialität. Ich mag es.
Ich spreche Deutsch. That's about all I remember.
Die Ecke. Mein Lieblingsgeessen.
Okay, we're
Around
jammed here on this last band for
food?
Empire.
You speak German?
Of course I do.
Oh, shit.
We're from the Netherlands. We have to learn all the other countries' languages. Otherwise, we can't do anything because
Ooh,
languages.
all the other languages.
What's the coolest word in Netherlands?
Gelukkig.
Gelukkig.
Is that a fish?
Gelukkig en lekker.
What is gelukkig?
Gelukkig means it's a type of happy or gezellig, I meant.
That's a queen of pain.
Gezellig means like a cozy thing. You don't have a word in English for it. Same thing for lekker.
Cozy?
Yeah, but it's not actually.
So yeah, it is a
Gezellig and lekker.
Dendi Quap. And by Dendi Quap, I mean it's not because it's on Empire.
All right. So if you're like having a nice time, if like your girlfriend comes and she like makes you a nice breakfast, you'd be like, gelukkig.
No, gezellig.
Gezellig.
That would be it would be
What's
kind
wrong
of
with
platonic. So no, not for your girlfriend. You can have a nice time. You can have a gezellig time, but it's not necessarily.
Would it be insulting if your loved
No.
one made you a dinner and you're like,
No.
gezellig?
There's a death prophet.
Hey, a
last week.
ghost.
Just so you know, it looks like I'm pretty sure I called these lanes perfectly from the beginning.
I think so too. You're amazing.
Oh,
Grant.
thank you. Oh, do I run back now?
Yeah, come back.
Grant, you
We
make
need
me
you.
gelukkig.
Oh my god.
Navi lato gelukkig.
Are you speaking Scandinavian?
All right, Grant, who do you think is gonna take this one? It's an interesting draft.
I really like the Death Prophet and Razor together. I think if they win this by 30 minutes, they win.
Death Prophet and Razor are on an opposite team.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
Okay, well I'll take Navi. Wait, are you positive?
Yes. I am always positive.
I'm sorry, Schiefer, which one's on Empire?
Empire has Bane, Doom, Razor, Bat, and Queen of Pain.
Oh, so I just mixed up the middles. My
All right.
bad.
I'll take Empire.
I'll go for Navi because I think they got a plan with that Warlock. Come on, Warlock, you can do it. Let's find out how it's gonna go down. No, it's over to Odie Pixel and Fox for game 1 of Empire Navi.
Thank you very much, Chief. And indeed, second series of the day, Empire versus Navi. We're seeing the Warlock get some play. It's exciting. And Empire themselves trying out this Razor. Had a few changes. The passive's kind of cool now. We'll see if it's cool enough for them to sweep this win. That's the question. Is coming into this one, Navi having a pretty good track record recently, and Empire, obviously with this lineup, now we're Silent, back in, of course, from the past. We've seen Empire Silent a long, long time ago. Something a little different, but definitely a lineup with some great names and some good potential. We'll see how they play.
Yeah, Empire's been playing a bit more than Navi recently, at least in the competitive matches. They played a lot in Captain's Draft, while Navi hasn't played in a couple weeks now, so we'll see how this one ends up. I liked the approach that Navi did through drafting, right? They picked the Enchantress and the Venge right at the first two, so they're like, oh, this is probably their supports. Well, Venge, you're probably like its core, but Enchantress, we've been seeing Roger playing it so often that you're maybe assuming that it would be that, and then they completely switch it up, and they go for these two heavy team fight supports afterwards, which I really like. However, they are a bit low on the wave clear on the side of Navi. It's just the Death Prophet really to be doing that, while on the side of Empire, they have a lot of different ways to push out these waves. So a big approach that it looks like teams are taking is going for aggros a lot and trying to get those 1v1 set up. And it looks like this might be the kit. No, Soundhand's actually porting top. So they were just securing these two runes, at least for themselves.
I was going to say, is this something that we will expect to see every game? Just the
TPs?
TP,
yeah.
He absolutely is the mid at the moment.
That's what we've been seeing, like most of the mid players do. They get the bounty and they TP.
But I mean, they need some more practice.
They need practice, yeah.
They need practice on this.
No.
FN's messed up his block in the mid lane.
Oh boy.
So, Navi.
Roger's taking the creep wave. He's going to get slapped up. It's going to be a full link. They just need to block the roll now.
So they can do that.
Oh, he tries
to juke him out. And the TP is not going to be successful. First blood for Silent on that safe lane Razor.
It looked like Vanscore forgot that you can hit him through the Nightmare there too. He slapped him and he's like, oh yeah. Give him 1 or 2 right clicks.
No, I guess you're just instinct, just worried that you were going to take it off him.
Everyone else, it's still there, for sure. Miposhka skills up the Infernal Blade at level 1, try to zone out the Warlock. So they're doing, it's just dual lane.
Wait, what is up with this Bat Rider? Look at the It's like disappeared. He's literally just a manta.
Oh, yeah, you didn't see that in the highlight clips. It was doing the same thing. I thought it was just like it was a bug.
This is a new hero. This is absolutely a new hero. The off-lane manta ray with the sort of like ginger hair. I like it. That's some style that Ghost is coming down to this bottom lane with.
This is one of Ghostic's better heroes too. I really like when he plays these just straight initiators. I mean, he's an offlaner. It's just my preference as well as offlaners, but his Bat Rider and his Sand King were always the two big ones for him. So lane's coming out. General, I think General should be pretty decent up here. Like he's such a speedy, Enchantress such a speedy hero versus Razor. Even when Razor has boots, you're faster than him.
And then even when you get a good steal, you're not going to get the slaps in.
Yeah. And in like later stages, Enchantress can just throw impetuses from pretty far away versus the Razor. It's pretty easy. That pure damage really starts that up. So General's gonna have a free time up here. Bottom lane, it's just gonna be about distributing the experience between the two supports on Na'Vi. Dendi mid, I would say this is a pretty even matchup, but I actually would think that FN is a better laner overall than Dendi. He's been extremely good like since TI. Everybody's looking at this guy as just a like super dominant mid player. He actually sends Dendi back to base.
Yeah, this is
super
a painful time for Dendi. Having this amount.
With that DD rune.
On the way back to base.
Yeah.
And this core's going to be scary. You know, as soon as they can start making movements with it, they've got a lot of heroes to enable, whether it be a Nightmare or just Doom, Bat running at the heroes of Na'Vi. Lots of ways to get this crop in place for the burst down bottom. And they can try from Imposhka, but he's smart. This is just level 1 on this Earth Spirit, no extra stunt, and he gets out with a quick TP. That is definitely one of the lackings of the lineup. Up top, again. And he gets good damage. It's going to be silent. It's not going to be missing CS for a while. Yep. That extra bonus, but as you say, this is not a lane where this Enchantress should be dying anytime soon.
Yeah, they can't zone him out of the lane either, so full experience for the Ench. Decent amount of farm. That's already very good for Na'Vi. Just what can the supports do? Roger's probably going to be shifting, sitting around the mid lane so that they can try to punish FN if he tries to go for any aggressive blink, but FN, I don't think he will be doing those aggressive blinks, especially when he sees Roger with that ward.
And I mean, FN is just continues to love life in this mid lane.
Yeah.
It's as you say, Dendi is getting heavily bullied. Look at the denies, and look at the effect of it. There's pretty much a full level at 3.5 minutes in between Dendi and FN.
Yeah, he sent him home so early because he got the Shadow Strike and then he got a DD, so Dendi was afraid.
16 to 11. I mean, Dendi trying to trade blows here with the Siphon. That's working out for the most part.
It's decent.
Top lane. This time they can have a better chance to beat in, but IK takes the Nightmare off. Troll Warlord, and again, yeah, it's just pretty much impossible on that top lane. Dendi has to get a Sow sent out to him. Continuing to struggle in this mid matchup. And as you said, with that ward, I mean, Na'Vi, they're not even trying to come in and help Dendi out.
No, they're really not. They're looking a little awkward to be.
Which feels quite different, because a lot of the times when Na'Vi play, they do put a lot of pressure on the mid lane and set up Dendi for brilliance.
Yeah, they usually stack Crystal.
Yeah.
And they really emphasize on the other two lanes, mostly Dendi, but right now they're actually losing all 3 lanes very handedly.
Up top, I mean, Roger rolls in, but he knows that he can't really set up for much sort of damage coming out from this Ench at this stage of the game.
They need, like, Na'Vi in their lineup, I look at it, and they need 6s for damage. They need their ultimates.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's really minimal. While on the side of Empire, they have a lot of damage coming out. Bat Rider's always going to be threatening. Seneko in some trouble. They might be able to go for the Flame Break pushback. They try for it here.
They're doing a good job, but Roger will come in with a TP reaction. It's not enough to save Seneko, though. Ticks down to the Firefly. Miposhka may go down in return. Roll forward from Roger's going to miss.
The
Fatal Bonds is bringing him down low. But with the Scorched Earth available, Miposhka will be able to walk it out. Again, Empire getting away with these plays.
And it's 5 minutes.
Just look at the CS from these heroes. Like 28-16. Yeah. 5 minutes in on FN's Queen of Pain. That's disgusting. I mean, Dendi is... I mean, what's he going to do against it? FN's level 6. He's not even putting a point in the Sonic Wave for now. He's just got the extra point in the Scream, because he knows that with just the dagger and the Scream, he can kill Dendi if Dendi sticks around for too long. And Dendi knows that. Dendi keeps having to go back to base.
Yeah.
Because he can't sit around in this lane. He just can't deal with the potential threat of this Queen of Pain just jumping in and killing him at bottom lane. They found Roger. Empire set up. breaking back. He's not going to get the chance to roll out of this one. Too much burst from the brain sap. This is third kill for Empire.
The only lane that's really going well for them is the top lane, but it's still Brazier free farming. For Na'Vi, that is.
Yeah.
But it's still not great. Yeah, 2K gold lead already, 6 minutes. FN doing incredibly well mid. Again, Dendi now going to the jungle as Death Prophet.
I mean, look at the levels as well. He's level 5.5, and I'm pretty sure this Queen of Pain is probably reaching level 7. Yeah, he's pretty much there with these creeps. So still over a level advantage for FN, and as we're seeing, it just means that Dendi can't come to the lane. And if he does, he's got to be prepared to play very, very defensively.
Anyone who walks up instantly gets seen by that lane ward that they have as well.
Yeah.
So Roger walks up, FN knows that he's there.
And it is a hard gank as well. I guess they need to get sort of the instant silence into a stun from Roger, but as you say, even at this stage with the little levels that the Earth Spirit has, that sort of duration probably isn't going to buy them enough time to kill FN.
Only level 3 on Earth Spirit, yeah. Doesn't have the silence just yet. And they just warded in vision, but I don't know if they actually, if Empire did see that one. So then he goes back to the jungle. Top lane, Razor's starting to get poked a bit by General with those impetuses, but now the wraparound comes in. Vanscore, can you get the sleep off to get the damage? They do, but they won't have the attack speed. That untouchable. Silence just wanted to drain as much as possible, and 1 BM hit.
Yeah. This is, yeah, very, very rough for Na'Vi coming out of these lanes.
Suneko. Gonna get chased out here. Ghostic and Miposhka. They've got the stun as well from the Hurl Boulder.
I mean, yeah, Miposhka's always had the right creeps. He's been doing a lot with that little stun.
Look at Ghostic even saving, not even wanting to blow Firefly or anything, just chasing him with the sticky.
Oh, dear.
FN gets involved.
He wanted the kill still. He doesn't quite get it. He'll get in a little of the split. So, yeah, 4-0 Empire. Turning up, all guns are blazing.
Dendi has to run a weird way right now, too, because they see the 3 heroes in the mid lane. Roger now. Trading hits with Vanscore, but now silent.
I mean, FN's there. Yeah, Roger tries to TP out. Those right clicks flying through. Is he going to make it? Ooh, he will only just.
Dendi has to TP as well.
General could be in trouble though. He's got the heal. The 3 stacks of the napalm upon him. Ghostic ready to tank towers as it is. He's got 8-1 charges as well. He knows he can afford to do this. 5 stacks of napalm. There's no heal in the world that will save this Enchantress as General is gone.
5-0 already.
This is getting pretty crazy.
Yeah, all 3 lanes are big blunder. Dendi now has closer last hits, but a lot of those are jungle creeps, so his net worth isn't all the way up there with the clock. It's only 100 behind, actually.
Yeah, he's making the recovery.
Yeah, he's making the recovery.
Yeah, absolutely. And they can get objectives, but if he sees the chance to push with the exorcism. But as you say, they are looking for these level 6s, especially on the Spirit and the Warlock. And
he's go. He gets the silence instead of having exorcism on Death Prophet, so they want to be able to go for the kills if FN does overextend.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, because I guess at this stage of the game, because he is slightly behind, it's unlikely he's going to get the chance to use the exorcism aggressively to push quite yet.
Ghostic's farming stacks up right now, and it looks like Empire is going to be looking for a smoke maneuver. They're bringing FN and Miposhka into it. They're going to go for Crystallize here. If they get Suneko, okay, but they want the Vengeful Spirit.
Turning back towards mid, yeah. I mean, Dendi they'll certainly take as well. This point in silence might catch them off guard. Dendi's a little low on mana.
Yeah, FN's like, never mind, I want to farm mid.
Still going for the Veil first, FN this game. And Crystallize is getting space down here.
Yeah, Veil this game for Empire is super good. They're all magical early on. Razor's only physical.
And top lane General is, as you said earlier, didn't necessarily shut down the Razor, cause any issues for FN, but sorry, for Silent. But General is in a very good place himself on this offlane edge. Down bottom, keeping control of the bounty runes. And still showing intent to really want to make something happen against this Venge. They've got 3 heroes down here. A Nightmare into Lasso could set up for something big, but Crystallize is playing it safe. It's got 17-1 charges.
Navi's okay as long as they're not getting ran at right now. Like we were just saying, they need the level 6s. When they get level 6, their team fight is extremely powerful, unless they just get straight run over. They have to have the heroes in the proper position. Empire can just get to that point where Batrider blinks in, lassos, kills somebody, and then it's a man down, and then they're at a super advantage of being able to take the fights. And their levels are a bit better, of course, on Empire, because of the way the lanes have gone. 2,000 gold, about 1,000 experience. And yeah, Blink is about to be done on Bat.
Ooh.
So it's going to be extremely early for Ghostic here.
And as you say, just time for the... I mean, because, yeah, the team fight is great. When it comes to Fatal Bonds and Magnetize, it's terrifying. Especially against these heroes that... I mean, sure, you know, Silent and FN may build a BKB this game, but it's not going to be something that these heroes want to build early on. There's a lot of other stuff that the Razor and Queen of Pain need. Good amounts of magical damage from Na'Vi if they find the chance to get those fights. But at the moment, Empire avoiding it. Bottom lane. We'll lose one. Empire looking for revenge.
Crystallize is going to pay with his life, though.
They're going to get the trade. They do not mind losing a Bane as they take the Venge kill. Empire get the carry.
Very worth for Empire, that is. That Venge Spirit beating the crap out of FN.
They're ready to push in down bottom. I'll put the fortification, but Na'Vi, without the chaotic offering online, unlikely to come in for a fully fledged defense. General does use this space to put the pressure onto the tier 1 top in response. As Roger also around, nearly has the level 6. One more creep and it'll be there. They're coming in.
Dagger, they're going for General.
They're ready to catch him by surprise. There's the blink reveal. Gets the jump onto General, drags him back with the Firefly. They should have a good chance of this. He has got the heal, but Vansco's closing in, and just between the two of them, that Firefly damage too much for the Enchantress to heal up under. He'll go down, and Miposhka does finish off the tower down bottom.
Bat's always been one of the best heroes to deal with Enchantress at any stage of Dota, just because you're just super susceptible to magic damage. I mean, this is a hero Bat that's always been relevant in Dota. I think there's only like one patch where we saw Bat like starting to fall off and then came right back. Just so much damage you dish out at all stages of the game. Mid, Na'Vi at least gonna get a trade, and they might. They're looking for FN here.
They get the silence into the smash. Further silence in the spot back. This.
Oh, but he gets the blink away with the TP.
Oh, but he's out. He's out.
And he's actually gotten it.
That was Crystallize had a magic missile. Did he not? I guess after the swap, for whatever reason, he didn't want to go back in and throw it out, but that looked like he could have...
It looked like he could have stunned. I thought
he definitely could have stunned, unless I'm missing something there, but that looked like a little bit of a mess up there, as that would have been a lovely kill to get. They do still get the tower, but as we've seen, FN's been having a pretty good game. Saying that, though, with the tower taken down in the mid lane, Dendi is actually back ahead in net worth. This is, as I say, been a very, very nice recovery period for Dendi. Sure, they're still down 7-1. It's only a 2k lead for Empire. It did appear quickly, but it's not accelerated anymore. It's kind of stayed at that level. Dendi's catching up. Sure, you never really want to be playing a core Venge from behind, but they're not that behind. Na'Vi can still turn this one around.
For sure. They're going to have all their ultis ready again soon, too. With the chaotic offering, they can take fights. And now they've gotten the tier 1s, so map opened up a bit. Empire doesn't really, like, that's what's awkward too about Empire. It's like, they have this Razor, and they're playing into like a full team fight lineup. So ideally on Empire setup with Razor, you want to group up and go. But you don't really want to group up and go versus this Na'Vi lineup at any means. You want to just keep split pushing lanes out. So at least they have that though. They have the Screaming Pain from the Quap, and they have the Plasma Field for Razor to always be pushing out the waves. So they'll push out the waves, and then they'll go for smoke ganks with Batrider whenever they see the opportunities, when people make the moves away from those normal creep waves. And that's literally what they're doing. So Quap and Razor are going to be playing on opposite sides, while Doom, Bane, and Bat run around looking for pickoffs. But Na'Vi look like they know that this move is coming. They're setting up.
See what they can find. Illusion Rune. Na'Vi know it. Still got the smoke up on Rogers. He's down towards the bottom lane, but Empire with a bit of a wraparound from behind. Goes stick Firefly, looking for the opportunity, jumps across. Did get caught out by the silence, so no chance for a lasso. Roger rolls away, and Na'Vi are there ready to fight.
Empire should just run.
Yeah, they don't want to take this one.
As soon as the silence comes out on the bat, they see everybody else there. Okay, reaction forced, go back to farming, pushing waves out.
No need to push the issue there at all. Mask of Madness finished for Crystallize, so he can...
They got a good ward down. They might actually be able to grab...
Oh, no, yeah, Roger. He comes back into this one. He is gone. Does get the Magnetizer silenced out. Chaotic offering drop down onto 3. Now pop the Doom. Empire trying to get out the sidelines. Vansco quick with a TP, and he will make it. Crit Swarm off the mark. Get one out. Silence actually tried to turn up. They still want to fight this Empire despite losing the Doom. And Silent, I think he's going to pay with this one with the Siphon and the Swarm. Silent is down. A little unnecessary for them to stick around. They're still trying their best to make sure the trade goes their way. And they do pick up a second and a third. Good double kill from FN as he flies in with the Sonic Wave. The Crystallize and Dendi, they're looking for the ultimate cleanup, and they'll get it. That's going to be Queen of Pain gone. And overall, like that fight just felt very unnecessarily forced by Empire. They were sending in the cores, sending in Silent a little too late, as we saw. They kicked off and Silent wasn't quite there, but he still turns up. They lose both Silent and FN. And
this is what we were just saying about the Razor, right? You're playing as a Razor and you want to run in, but you can't run into Death Prophet Venge. You just get Wave of Terror, and then the Exorcism Spirits just absolutely shred you through that minus armor with no problem on top of Spirit Siphon. And Bane couldn't even get a Fiend's Grip off. Doom died before he could get anything as well, so Empire willingly ran into that fight.
That was definitely questionable.
A little bizarre.
Yeah. Dendy's now back on top.
Yep.
He's absolutely rocking it as the DP. I mean, that fight, sure, they lost 3, but Dendy and Crystallize, they stay alive.
Yeah, the big winners, and they need those two to really be farmed. Sure, the Enchantress died, but I think General doesn't even care about that. He's like, well, I'm an Enchantress. I'm not the win condition. I'm just a laner who does some decent damage. The big win condition is the Venge and the Death Prophet. So they have to watch their positioning versus this big team fight of Na'Vi. Like, you'd see what they wanted to do, though. You know, they saw the rock thrown out. It wasn't like...
Sure.
You know, it hit a couple heroes, but they didn't all die right away, so they wanted to reset and go back in. Lasso's back up. They're going to go again. Ideally wanted to get the Doom off before Miposhka just insta-dies.
Yeah, I mean, this is the play, isn't it? We've got the Lasso, you've not got Exorcism, you've not got Chaotic Offering. They've got the better timings to work around Team Empire. But it doesn't look like they'll get the initial jump. Na'Vi just sticking very grouped up. Again, they themselves realizing they are weak when those ults aren't there. So they're not going to go out on their own. They're going to hold hands. They're going to keep themselves on the high ground. Can Empire still try and take a fight? Dendy comes a little too far forward, but crystallizes there with the save, swaps him back. Great silence and stun comes through from ROG as he rolls forward. Fiend's Grip does come off, but he gets stunned on the sideline. That's going to be Van Score going down almost early. He's ticking loads of the brains, the magnetized. Brain Sap doesn't save him. That's Bane gone. Na'Vi holding the fort.
Ran in.
Again, this suicidal Razor. He wanted to finish off Dendy. The Doom was out onto the DP. It brought Dendy down low, but Dendy's going to be fine. The Ghosts are going to heal him back up. And again, I feel like Empire are sort of panicking.
Yeah.
And they don't really need to. Like, they're in a good position. They've just got to be really careful about how they take these fights.
I mean,
and not force them like this.
Na'Vi just read the move. Yeah. They're just waiting on the high ground. As soon as the initiation comes out, into the swap, into Earth Spirit initiation with the silence on multiple heroes, and then the fight from there is already impossible for Empire. Dendy gets the ulti off, and the fight's over.
Yeah, Empire need to contest this, and Na'Vi realize they're back out of the pit. They did bring it low, but they know that they can't really finish it with any sort of speed when the ghosts aren't up.
Yeah. They have to wait for... I mean, they can do that when they have maybe... Is anyone even building like a medallion? No, it doesn't look like it. They can do that maybe when a couple more heroes are wiped and more levels on Venge.
Yeah, they need more time.
But Exorcism will make it nice and clean. And now Dendy, yeah, like you said, top of the charts, 2,400 gold. Empire just got to keep doing... I mean, just keep pushing out lanes, but don't make it so obvious in this time. Like, sure, you know that Empire or Na'Vi knows that you want to fight when those ultis are down, so they're just sitting behind people. They're actually just playing as a full unit. Yeah. So I'd say Na'Vi's movement around the map is much better so this time around than Empire so far. The Doom needs to pretty much come out as the lasso happens. So I think Miposhka's probably going to switch up the build and go for a blink next. Because it's just awkward the way that they have to take these fights at the moment. Na'Vi, always ready to fight now. With that chaotic offering at the ready.
Yeah, they really want to finish off this Roshan. They'll have a good chance to do so with Wave of Terror.
Yep.
Crystallize, Mask of Madness.
It is noticed,
They know it. They want to contest it. It's very low.
20 seconds for Exorcism.
We've seen many a game be decided by the Roche Pit.
I've seen this before.
Will this be another? Ghost Stick Fireflies. What a nightmare. On the sidelines. Quick swap. Bringing them back. Silent gets silenced. They have the counting offering coming down onto 3 heroes. In fact, that's Silent gone. Razor just getting dropped on the front lines of this fight. They set up FN. They will manage to blink off in time before anything else catches out. But with Silent gone, I don't think Empire can fight this. They've got to back up. Na'Vi are just going to be into the pit. And Empire really struggling to find that fight. And this Razor, I don't know if it's just the hero at the moment, it's just looking underwhelming.
We were talking about it just before the game, Owen, man. I told you this. You know, the hero's been changed a few times. Empire loves Razor. I think they've loved Razor every season they've been in DreamLeague.
They have certainly been one of the bigger pickers of it.
But it's right now, it's just really not working out for them. He runs in and just dies, just as we were talking about.
Double damage.
And I think it's just going to get harder and harder for him.
Empire really trying to fight here. They've got the Lasso and Doom down onto Crystallize, but he's got the Aegis. You got to remember, he's going to be back for round 2. And round 2, Na'Vi want to take. Nightmare holds back Dendy with the Exorcism. General already looking for the chase down. Roger rolls forward. Doesn't find the slow onto Miposhka. Looks for the boulder smash, but Miposhka a little too speedy. Some Miposhka will get out. So a little bit of good action there for Empire. They pop the Aegis, and yeah, Exorcism's gone.
Yeah, Dendy should just run at that tier 1 probably. And that's what he's doing. Get some damage on it.
Radiant's middle tower
We'll get something done at the least with it. So that fortification comes out.
Can't even kill the creeps. Fortified creeps. They're still probably going to be able to transition this into a push because Doom was expended, Lasso was expended, and they should probably know that the Sonic Wave is still down from that Roche area. Now they're setting up for Silent again. Silent's trying to go for the top tower, but the Glyph comes out and they're turning on him.
Ah, he's gone. There's no way he gets out of this, surely. I mean, Ghostic's trying his best to save him. He's so low. The last right click. Oh, he's... The urn. The urn's going to kill him, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, Magnetize.
And the Magnetize goes. But they do lose 2 for it this time round.
Ghostic with the Force Staff play saved him for a bit of time.
But yeah, it bought time for the rest of Empire to come in. I mean, the Silent is dying a lot.
This is your one Razor, who is now 3 and 4.
Space there for Dendy in general on this bottom lane. As they do just take a tier 1. That's the tower down. And I mean, Empire had such the start to this game, but it's just getting ever so messy now. And as we see here, as you say, Ghostic does buy time. The kill's not as easy as Na'Vi would have hoped for.
I think this is where you're like, okay, FN, you're the carry. Honestly, I mean, Razor's got Halberd now, so at least he can... He doesn't really have a good... Like, yeah, Halberd's the Venge, sure, but Exorcism still is going to demolish him. So yeah, FN, mostly it's going to be on him.
Yep.
He's going to be having Shivas finished up already on the Quap, so Yule Shivas, still very good timing coming out for
that is
Queen of Pain.
Yeah. There's 23 minutes in. That's some top tier timing.
And they're just itemizing for armor to deal with the Exorcism and Venge minus armor amplification, but there's still like a lot of magical bursts coming out from Na'Vi that, like, as we talked about, Fatal Bonds magnetizes, no joke. And Empire almost feel like they look kind of stuck to me. Like,
yeah,
they're like, okay, we have this Razor, but he can't really do anything. He can't play in this game. He needs BKB. He needs so many different items to actually be able to walk in. One stunner and he just gets bursted.
And as we've seen, there's been so many chances for Na'Vi to hit these big, Chaotic Offering, Earth Spirit combos because Empire, they've got so many heroes that want to run in and be on the front line. You've got a Doom wanting to run in and drop Doom on someone. You've got a Bat trying to blink in and drop Lasso on someone. You got Quap, has to be relatively close to get the Shadow Strike out, and Razor wants to be chasing someone down with a Link. A lot of these heroes are moving in on the front lines, and Na'Vi have a great lineup to deal with that.
And it's so specific, right? Empire has to do all these like little tiny niche things and get the perfect ultis on everyone, while Na'Vi just
throws out the ult.
Throws the ultis. They click R. Death Prophet click ulti, Warlock click ulti, Earth Spirit, try to throw stun. Click your ult, spread silence.
And how close is Dendy to that Octarine? Is
pretty sure he's like about to have it, yeah. 500 gold away. So now he's got the +1% Spirit Siphon. Pretty nice, instead of taking that cast range talent. That one is a bit of a mixed one. I like the Spirit Siphon one because you get like the health and anything, but cast range with Yules and with Silence can be quite nice. I guess it's debatable.
Yeah.
Which one you really want to go for. Perfectly fine with...
Oh, Empire smoke.
Na'Vi smoked up too. They're right behind Dendy.
They are looking for the bait, but Ghostic will find them on the backlines. Good jump as well. Gets the got, but it's straight away crystallized. With that swap, buying time, they need to help out Dendy. Chaotic Offering down onto 4 heroes. They're trying to force Dendy back to safety, but it's not going to work. Dendy is down. FN jumping forward. Empire wanting to take this fight. They feel confident with the 2 ults already been blown by Na'Vi. They bring down the Golem. Jump forward from Roger. Empire a little low though after that combo with the Fatal Bonds and Chaotic Offering bring them down. Now they're ready to go back in. They jump forward onto Roger, but a good stun into a rollout will keep him safe. FN, he's gone.
He blinked on the high ground.
Oh, Crystallize just comes in from the high ground.
What?
And beats him down with the Mask of Madness. That looked like it was going to go the Empire's way, but at the end of that, giving that kill up to Crystallize, again, Na'Vi, they do sort of scrape through that fight, but they come out on top.
FN blinked into that's such a crazy spot to blink into. Like,
they had no vision on the high ground.
No vision on the high ground. He could have just blinked to the right. They could have not gone for that kill. That was very strange, especially when you're like leading so far in the Queen of Pain.
I mean, as you said, FN needs to really pull it together to allow his team the chance to win with the Razor.
Radiant
Players like that are not going to cut it.
That was a very like overall weird fight though, right? Na'Vi, sure they get the instant swap from Crystallize, which was great, but then they didn't have anything to save Dendi, so Dendi just dies, and it's just like awkward kind of engagements coming out.
Roger. Probably just want to go and dive any further past that tier 2. Bottom lane being shoved out by Empire, but Na'Vi won't be able to get the catch. They'll just got the creeps. Crystallize. Still working on the Lincoln Sphere. Money's there for Dendi to pick up the Octarine. As those ghosts are going to come out much more frequently now. And Na'Vi are going to be happy with taking these fights at a better rate, which is scary for Empire. You know, this Raze is still not quite at the point where he's going to be happy turning up to fights. He needs to get that BKB done. Once he has that, sure, with the BKB and the Halberd, he can sit on the front lines, and
I feel like he still needs armor though. I feel like the BKB like AC. Sure, this is a lot further down, but he needs like a BKB and AC to really run in versus Venge and Death Prophet. There's just so much damage from Na'Vi.
I mean, I think as long as if he can BKB and get the static link onto the Vengeful, then he's going to be hard to deal with.
Sure, yeah, if he just like runs in. If they can literally just bum rush, that's I guess that's the nature that they're kind of going for. Everybody's building a BKB on the side of Empire.
But I mean, I guess you're right, yeah. If the ghosts are out, the ghosts are out. He's not going to have fun running into those.
Yeah.
If Dendi's able to focus him.
So multiple Lincolns will be the next thing on the docket for Na'Vi.
Yeah.
To block them, block the Doom, block the Lasso. And now Roger does have a Blink Dagger finished up. So they do have that better type of initiation, not just relying on Chaotic Offering.
Yeah, and that's important as well, because we've seen in the last few fights, Vanscott has been able to get good Fiend's grips off. They haven't been able to find the positioning to cancel that. With the Blink Dagger on Earth Spirit, that surely will change. Silent shows out top, he's out again. Again, just does not want to get caught out before that BKB is ready.
Back to split pushing out lanes. Yeah. Push out lane with Plasma Field, push out lane with Scream of Pain. Try to take picks, try to take fights when it's there, you have a better number advantage. So they do see Crystallize right now. Vance score, gets found though.
Yeah, he's gone.
Quick kill. So that was a gem picked up by Roger earlier as well. Well, I think it was bought. It was bought by Roger, okay. So they're going to be clearing out a lot of that vision that is a lot more needed for Empire this game. They need to be playing around that vision to take those number advantage team fights, but now 2 of their fresh wards are going to get taken out, and it's looking better and better for Na'Vi.
It is still close though, and as we said, there's
close.
There's no doubt about it. None of these cores are getting left behind. Everyone is pretty neck and neck. No one really breaking away, as it's all about the execution. Na'Vi, they do have their strengths.
Yeah, I mean, once Empire gets all their BKBs, they can just all pop BKB and jump in. And
I think that's what they were. As soon as those BKBs come out, I think if you're Empire, you do look to try and take the fights.
Dire are scanning.
I think that's probably the biggest thing is the Roche then. The next Roche is...
I'll tell you what, Dendi's going to want to use his exorcism here. He's got an Arcane Rune and an Octarine. The usage of it would be beautiful. And I guess they've already got... I mean, they're happy, as we've seen. They've been taking the objectives. Tier 2's off the map. But yet to be able to break the high ground.
First Lincoln's finished for Crystallized. Dendi's queued one up as well. And now they make their way into the pit.
Okay.
Empire is not ready to fight this though. They've used the Eye of the Storm.
Yeah,
and they don't have the BKB ready on Silent either. They can't fight this rush.
This one's just a freebie for Na'Vi.
And that's an Arcane Rune.
Absolutely. Yeah. They did get that use that they wanted. That's
Arcane Rune plus Octarine Core. Back up in...
Less than a minute.
Yeah, less than
That's going to be, what, like 50 seconds once it's done? Oh, less, in fact.
Yeah, less than.
And that next push is going to come out with the Aegis in Crystallizer's hand. BKB is now finished for FN. So it's going to be... FN now in these fights, he can afford to blink aggressively. With the BKB and Shiva's Guard, he can dance around Na'Vi.
Yeah, he's got the spell Lifesteal talent now too.
Yeah.
But he's... It's scary. Like, who else is the damage? I'm still worried for the Razor, really getting in the fights. Even though he's got BKB and Halberd now, yeah, he's queued up the AC next, so he's definitely understanding he needs the armor to really run in.
That's a long way away there.
They have what, 1, 2, 3, and 3.5. 3 BKBs, and Miposhka's on his way toward 1 on the Doom, and they're going for the engagement.
Let's see what they can do here.
They're not liking the pace of the game.
Yeah, he's still baiting in this middle lane. Now he's gone to join the rest of them. Looking for this long wrap round from the bottom of the river. Ghostic just needs to find the lasso. And he's going to go for it. Firefly straight up looking for Dendi. Actually gets Yulesed up. Dendi will be doomed. Jump forward from FN. Kerry offering down onto the three of them on the backline. Sonic Wave comes out. We'll bring down Dendi. Dendi actually buying back for this fight. FN picks up the double as they take the Warlock out as well. Now Dendi looks to turn. He's come in with the buyback exorcism. They've brought down the Doom. Roger controlling Vanscore on the sidelines. They'll move in for the second. 2 down. But they did have to expend the buyback from Dendi for this one. I feel like they've got to get a little bit more. They want to try and move up to the high ground whilst there's 2 dead on Empire. They need to find something more out of this buyback, and to be fair, they may just do so. Sonic Wave's been blown, Eye of the Storm's gone. They've only got a fortification to sit behind here, Empire. They still have the lasso, but they can only really go for Crystallize because he's just going to swap save wherever else they go on, and he's got an Aegis, so as well, he's not really the target. Lincoln Sphere will be procced. Jump forward now. They're looking for Dendi, but Crystallize, he's got the swap. I mean, they knew that was there. I mean, and now they're still trying to keep them off. But Na'Vi, they're just moving into the base. Just Silent getting picked apart. He doesn't dodge it. The evasion doesn't play into his hands. The impetus is enough. Silent's gone for 66. Crystallize will be taken down the once. I say that. It's taken them time. There it finally comes out. And he's going to be ready for round 2, though. Aegis, of course, in his hand. He's ready to come back in. The Bane's out for 30. Empire just getting shoved away from the barracks. Miposhka won't make it home tonight. This impetus for General doing too much at this stage. 50 seconds, no Doom. Na'Vi cleaning up the mid lane. And at the end of the day, I've got to say, you know, that call for Dendi to buy back, make that play, it may have even just won them the game. I mean, BKB coming out from FN. They're looking for these kills, they're looking for these pickups, but Dendi's keeping himself alive with these Spirit Siphons. They'll take down the Doom. Dendi now on the killing spree. He's just too tanky. Empire have to get away from him. Exorcism is back and available thanks to the Octarine. It's ready to go again for a second push.
Gives the cheese to Crystallize as well. Yeah, this is looking like it might be game.
That buyback from Dendi, securing them 2 racks. Na'Vi, they may have had a bit of a sloppy start in terms of the laning, but this is the plays that have been bringing them this success recently, qualifying for lands and such, where they just do bring it together as a team. They make some really good calls. And suddenly, the game is massively in their favor. They've got the 5K lead. The Dendi buyback. He's back. Literally this game. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it was perfect. It actually was very well done by them. Their team fight's just so much stronger. Is this a trend that we've been seeing? At least in the last 3 games that we've done.
It's all about the team fight.
All about team fight. Like Empire, they just don't have a great team fight. They have this catch kind of lineup, and they can't run in. I mean, this Razors feels super underwhelming to me. And yeah, Navi's is just very more put together with the Earth Spirit and Warlock being able to counter-initiate every single time. I wouldn't see why Na'Vi just doesn't smoke up and go for the closeout, just look for another fight whenever Exorcism's almost back up. So they'll probably wait for Exorcism, but yeah.
It's not going to be long though, is it? Well,
40 seconds.
40 seconds.
They all backed up. They hid pretty decently. They didn't see anyone.
And the thing is as well, you know, Empire, they do not have the lineup to deal with pushing out these stronger creeps. It's not great. It really is not.
Yeah, they've decent push out with like Quap, but Quap's not at that farm level. Now she has an Orchid at least, but
it's a late Orchid though.
Yeah, he's really farmed on Quap, to be honest. He's 8-2 on FN, but they just don't have a hard carry. Is really what it comes down to at this point in the game.
Sure, but I mean this Orchid it's gonna be rough. I mean, I guess you look for the Warlock. Because that's all I can imagine him doing with the silence.
Earth Spirit could be decent too.
Sure, yeah. If you can get the Warlock or the Earth Spirit at the start of the fight, that's great. But you can't jump on the course.
No.
With the Yule Scepter on Dendi, you're not going to silence him.
And they're definitely going to get their ultis off. And now, I mean, General's level 18 with an Aghanim's. Like, this Enchantress is no joke either anymore. All 3 of the cores are super buff on the side of Na'Vi.
I mean, Empire, good luck at trying to hold the base. With the way those last 2 fights have gone, it may only look like a 4K gold lead, but as we just said, with the way that both of these lineups are made up, it's very hard for Empire to pull off the plays. But they're going to try.
But they're going in. They're trying to pick the fight, and this is Na'Vi with a vision advantage.
I mean, and this is Na'Vi with every ultimate available. This may even just be Empire thrown in the towel unless they could do something absolutely phenomenal. The Chaotic Offering comes out onto 2 FN pots to BKB, but Silent, he just has to run. Look at this impetus just chunking through him. He gets swapped back by Crystallize. Silent is gone for a minute. And that's GG. It's game over. Empire realize that they tap out. Na'Vi take the win.
Oh man, FN ends at the top of the leaderboard as a Queen of Pain.
But what did he do?
With 8 and 2. I think he had a pretty good game. He only had that like one missed blink.
I guess
8 and 2 also. Like I really didn't like the Razor. I really don't. I think the hero is very specific. I think it's like if you see like this life stealer or something like that, then it can be kind of good.
Sure.
But
yeah.
There's other heroes that are better. Like you can have a Terrorblade or something along those lines that just works much better versus majority heroes. I didn't really feel like he could do anything in this game.
The Venge was really nice as well. You know, sometimes a little doubtful on the safe lane Venge, but in this game we saw many times Crystallize actually putting his own position 1 life on the line to save those from the lasso. And as we saw, it's very hard for the bat to do anything really this game. Even when he was jumping onto the support straight away, as you said, every fight, Chaotic Offering came out. The Warlock pick was really nice. Sure, I mean, he wasn't hitting the whole team, but he was hitting 2-3 heroes each and every time, and he was always getting the ultimate out. Sometimes we see a game where Warlock literally does nothing. Yeah. This game, there's at least 5+ ultimates in the 30-minute span of it.
So it seems like between these teams, it's just team fight reigns king.
Absolutely. But yeah, between the CIS sides, who are very good with the execution. At least Na'Vi, at least. That was, as I said, the buyback from Dendi. Whoever made that call, I don't know if it's Dendi or someone was saying, Dendi, get yourself back in the game. That literally just closed it. It's game 1. GG. Na'Vi take the win. See if they can do it again in game 2, which will be right around the corner after this short ad break. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.